again, hopefully you're returning to see another episode of Bake With Me from Mi&Stu. Wearing a little shirt today because it's a little chilly in my house. Today we're gonna make some vegan pizza crusts, which are very delicious. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my yeast water ready. I made my hot water in my kettle earlier, so it's gonna be not so much waiting. I'm just gonna check out what we have here. Oh, I think I need glasses for this, sorry. So I need 236 mils. I should not have my back to you. I'm so sorry, it's very rude. Temperature of the water's looking good. Oh, it's getting a little hot. Okay, Mimi, relax. I'm just gonna add some cold water to it. Okay, it's not super duper important just because there's not really a ton of yeast in this because it's a pizza crust, so it doesn't really rise up. I'm gonna add my organic cane sugar, which you'll get in your package, and a tiny bit of yeast because again, we're not looking to grow big balls of dough here. We're just making pizza crust, you know. It's good if you have pizza pans at home. I have a couple of pizza pans. They're 10-inch pizza pans, and this recipe will make 2 10-inch pizzas. So you can either decide that you'd like to invest in a pizza pan or two, or you can buy the disposable aluminum foil ones that you can then recycle when you're done. This is a vegan recipe, as I said, which is really cool because if you're vegan, you can make a fully vegan pizza, you can get some vegan cheese, you can leave the cheese off, or you can add any kind of cheese you like later on. It's very yummy and delicious. You can make the crusts and then freeze them and then take them out when you want them. You can make the crusts, bake them, and then dress the pizza, put it back in the oven with your dressing. Please let me know how you dress your pizza. I like to dress mine very casually, as I am a casual person. I'll see you back in a minute when the yeast have activated. So, it's been a few minutes. I hope you aren't lonely. My yeast has now gotten to a place where I can actually work with it, and so I'm gonna. So this recipe, you're gonna get the dry ingredients for the actual pizza crust, you're gonna get your yeast, and you're gonna get your sugar. What you're gonna need to add is a little bit of olive oil, which I suggest in this recipe, not like usually when I say you could use whatever oil you want. I think that pizza crust should have olive oil. A little bit of apple cider vinegar and water. So you're gonna need water for your yeast, and you're gonna need water for the batter. Now, if you like, you can add, depending on your own taste buds, I got some chili peppers here, and I have a little bit of oregano. You can add anything you like into the dry. I wouldn't go too crazy with too much stuff, but if there's any kind of seasoning that you think you'd like baked into the crust, go for it. I say have a good time. So I'm gonna put my vinegar into the bowl. I'm gonna put, you can see it's very, very small amounts, my oil into the bowl. Then I'm going to add my yeast into the bowl. That was a funny sound. Hold on. Okay. And then just for, I don't want to say what I want to say, something and giggles, because you know I need to be right. I'm going to put some chili peppers into my bowl, which is a really small amount. I didn't really even measure it. I'm gonna add a little bit of oregano to my liquid. And then I'm going to add my extra water, which as you can see is on a measuring cup that actually has no measures on it, because this poor measuring cup has been in the dishwasher, which you should never do. Just my little piece of kitchen advice, don't put your glass measuring cups into the dishwasher because it'll take off your measurements. But I pre-measured it with one that actually has measurements. So we're good. Okay, then I will put my dry in, dry everything in the bowl. Oh, by the way, this is banana, the basil plant I spoke of in another video. This is banana. We're gonna use a little banana today. Here we go. forgot to mention about this recipe is that when we engineered this recipe at Mi&Stu, we decided that there was no way that I was going to be rolling dough. I don't enjoy that. I don't like to roll dough. So we made, it's a batter, not a dough, and you just have to pour it into the pan and then kind of even it out. So there is no rolling pin required, and you'll see that the batter is really kind of loose. See? Like it's like that. I have, like I said, two 10-inch pans, and when I make it, I put 300 grams in each one. You need a scale, or the other way to do it, if you don't want to use a scale or you don't have a scale, is you can pour all of this into a measuring cup and then just measure out half and measure the other half into the second pan. Here we go. You see how it pours really easy, and it just kind of starts to spread, and Bob's your uncle, they say, when things are so easy to handle. This is going to be awesome with those chili peppers and the oregano. I'm very excited. La, 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 la. We haven't had pizza in a while. It's been like a really long while. And there you go. Now you can make it thinner if you want and put it in a bigger pan if you like a really thin crust. You can also make it thicker. For me, I wouldn't suggest it because I don't like a really thick crust, but you could, and then you would just have to adjust your baking time a little bit and add some time to the bake. So, and there we go. That's it. Very simple, right? And that's it. I'm gonna go put them in the oven now, and they bake for 25 minutes at 350. You can even do 350 convection if you want them like a little bit drier, a little bit crispier. I'll see you back in 25 minutes. Okay, so the timer went off. I'm gonna grab the pizzas out of the oven. I'm gonna flip them out in a second. Add a little extra batter and I overcooked it. Let's not look at it. Here's the deal. You flip it out of the pan, and you have some choices now. You can cool it completely, freeze them if you want. You can cool it and then make your pizza later, or you can dress your pizza up any way you like and put it back in the oven. And when you put it back in the oven to bake it with all of your toppings, you would put your oven to like 425, and you would put the pizza directly on the rack in your oven. Don't put it on a pan because then the air doesn't get through and the pizza crust gets kind of moist. You don't want that. So Rachel and I are going to dress our pizzas. She's having one without any sauce and without any cheese. I am having mine with sauce and cheese and other things too. We're going to zoom through this. We're gonna put them in the oven now. The rule of thumb when you're making pizza is that your cheese needs to melt. So I do it at 425 and I watch it between 10 and 15 minutes, I would think, for the cheese to melt. You don't want to overcook it because then the crust might burn a bit. So I'll see you back when they come out of the oven. I'm gonna carry it on this, it's gonna be easy. Okay, so these pizzas are ready and they are gorgeous. Here we go. Look, the oven's already open. How convenient. Oh. hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Follow us everywhere we go. Just follow us. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, and if you could like us, we like you. Go to Mi&Stu.com and see all the great products that we have that you can either buy ready-made if you don't like to cook, or if you don't feel like cooking or baking, or you can order our mixes and make lots of really good stuff at home. And I hope you're well, and I hope you stay well. Bye.